spitefully use you. And unto him that smiteth thee on one cheek, offer also the other. And him that taketh away thy cloak, forbid not to take thy coat also. Give to every man that asketh of thee. And of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again. And as you, this is the words of Yahushua, so I don't care what you can go pull out of Sirach, to be honest with you. All right? When Yahushua starts speaking, Sirach holds his tongue. Okay? Scripture says this. And as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them. And if you do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye? For sinners also do even the same. And if ye lend to them if ye lend to them of whom ye hope to receive, what thank have ye? For sinners also lend to sinners and receive as much again. But love ye your enemies and do good and lend, hoping for nothing again. And your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest. For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil. Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful. And that goes directly with Ecclesiasticus. And I'll read that to you real quick before we get out of here. This is Ecclesiasticus 28:2. Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee. So shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. One man beareth hatred toward another, or one man beareth hatred against another. And doth he seek pardon from the Lord? All right, are you really going to bear hatred toward one of your brothers in Israel and honestly ask for the Father to forgive you? He showeth no mercy to man which is like himself, and doth he ask forgiveness of his own sins? If he that is but flesh nerve hatred, who will entreat for pardon of his sins? Remember thy end, and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments. Remember the commandments, and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest, and wink at ignorance. Wink at ignorance means close your eyes toward ignorance, man. Forget about it. Leave it. Turn your back on it. Ignore it. It says this. Abstain from strife, and thou shalt diminish thy sins, for a furious man will kindle strife. All right? A lot of you come out furious, man. On camera, furious. Be furious at the heathen, man. If we put all our energy into being furious at the heathen and these other nations, all right, and spent more time coming together, we would be a lot better off, okay? When you out on the battlefield in war, all right, you swinging your sword, you're killing people. You're letting war cries out. Your blood spatter all over. You're killing your enemies. But when you go back to the camp that night or that evening, you sit around the campfire drinking wine with your brothers and your fellow soldiers, man, like a regular guy. All right, that's how you're supposed to treat your brethren in Israel, man. Matter of fact, on that note, let's go to Exodus real quick. Let's go to Exodus real quick, and I'm going to read you a little bit of our history. This is Exodus 18 and 13. Matter of fact, this is verse 12. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for God, and Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. Now, you had a video entitled Israel does not make agreements or something with the other nations. All right, Jethro was not an Israelite. Okay. All right, his son was not an Israelite, but they led us through the wilderness. Moses begged for them to stay with us in the wilderness. Okay, there was an agreement that Saul broke with the heathen, and David had to rectify it. How did David rectify it? He delivered up people from the house of Saul, from the tribe of Benjamin, unto the heathen, all right, to rectify the wrong of Saul. All right, he made a pact or an agreement with the heathen. All right, so you got to do what's righteous before God, whether it's with the heathen or whether it's with your brother or with a two-third, like you love to call him. All right, and a lot of you will say, oh, he's not naming names. I don't have to name names. I'm talking to all of y'all. I'm talking to whoever this word may profit, man. Your name is not important. All right. Like I said, Jethro was a Midianite. Okay. So you got to do what's righteous before God. However you dealing. It says this, but let me get back to my point here. It says this, and it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, what is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even? And Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people come unto me to inquire of God. When they have a matter, they come to me, and I judge between one and another. And I do make them know the statutes of God and his laws. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, this thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. All right. And some of you, you want to be called elder alone. And when another man begins to be called elder, all right, you got a problem with that guy. And you have to put out all kind of false accusations or accusations, period, about that man when you see others starting to acknowledge them as an elder. Okay, those things should not be so according to the scriptures, man. And if I need to go get 2 or 3 witnesses to rebuke an elder, I will go and do that. All right, the scripture says this, and I'm not trying to be proud or none of that. I'm just reading out of the scriptures and doing my best to teach the word of the Lord, man. All right, in sincerity and honesty and truth, man. All right, the scripture says this, hearken now unto my voice, and I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to Godward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way therein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them, to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened unto the voice of his father-in-law, a Midianite, a heathen, like you would call him today, and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands and hundreds, and rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And they judged the people at all seasons. And hard causes they brought unto Moses, and every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. Now my point is this. Just because I have a different elder or judge or ruler over me, just because I'm not in your 100, or just because I'm not in your 10 or 50, just because we have different judges and rulers and elders, does not mean that we are not still brethren, and that we still shouldn't unite and be together. All right. If we don't disagree, if we don't agree on doctrine, all right, we can discuss it and debate it, but only to where it's to godly edifying. At the end of the day, all right, there are only two. The 2 great commandments are these. All right, at the end of the day, these are the 2 main things that we have to agree upon. This is Matthew 22 and 37. Yahweh Shai said unto them, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and all the prophets. All the law of Moses and all the prophecies of the Old Testament. Okay? On those 2 commandments hang them all. So without those 2, the law of Moses and the prophecy of the prophets fall. All right? With that, I'm going to get one more scripture and we're going to get out of here. This is Ecclesiasticus 42 and 8. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, and to the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. Thus thou be truly learned, and approve of all men living. Let me read that again. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish. That's what you out here teaching for. And the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. All right. Thus thou shalt be truly learned and approved of all men living, man. All right. That's the last scripture for today's lesson. All right. Entitled Be Peaceable unto all men. All right. My name is Ayashamath of the Hebrew Israelite Church at Carolina. More specifically, the Truth or Die Camp. All right. Shalom to all the brothers and sisters out there seeking the Lord in sincerity and truth. Double honors to all the elders, and a special and specific double honors to my elders and the elders that taught me and that I came up under. All right, through their teachings. All right. I'm going to say Barak Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. Bless the Most High and His beloved Son. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. May the Most High through the Spirit of His Son bless you. All right. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, which is peace.